What is going on, all you professional wrestling fans, and welcome back to Squared Circle Speak. I am Ryan. With me, as always, is my co-host Nathan, and today we're going to be talking last week's action in the WWE. We'll start with the Monday Night Raw, headlined by the 2 out of 3 falls match for the Intercontinental Championship between Sami Zayn and Braun Breaker. What did you think of this match, Nathan?
I thought it was pretty good. This is their third match, so I really didn't want to see this match again, honestly. But here we are. But Braun Breaker looks strong here. I was happy about that. Um, and I guess they have some challengers lined up, but more like heel challengers though.
Yeah.
I mean, Bronson Reed looks like he could be a challenger, but that's heel versus heel, so I don't really see that happening. And then, where's Jey Uso been?
Yeah, Jey Uso's not been around. You also got guys like Ludwig Kaiser who could potentially move up, but he's a heel too.
Yeah, unless Braun Breaker is more like a tweener at some point, because the crowd does cheer for him.
Yeah. So, I don't know. This was a fun match. One of the highlights was Breaker, like they were on the outside and Zayn jumped off the barricade and Breaker caught him and then ran him all the way around and put him, like dumped him over the other barricade. That was it's freaking Braun Breaker is just simply amazing. By everything he does is crazy. This one, he got the fall, second fall. Zayn was looking for something off the top rope and Breaker hit him with a spear in midair to get the win. So pretty good match though for a Raw. Usually we don't know what matches we're gonna get on Raw. Also we had finally Pete Dunne finally talked about why he's doing what he's doing. Basically, he is mad that Sheamus gave him the name Butch and that he held him down, is what he's saying. So,
yeah,
kind of the generic shit that they always do. But
yeah,
at least we finally got a reason.
I suppose.
Not a great reason, but it's a reason.
Yeah.
Odyssey Jones made his in-ring debut against Vincent Winey. Got the win. This wasn't the best. Jones looked kind of off a little bit. But it wasn't much of a match. And then after the match, Cross came out. And then Xavier Woods was saying, you know what? We're going to have a tag team match. And then Kofi kind of cut him off. And Xavier looked kind of, I don't know. He didn't look happy about being cut off. And then Kofi said it's a 6-man tag next week. So,
yeah. They're definitely leading to a breakup. But, I mean, I don't know, dude. How long do you think Kofi's got?
yeah, I don't know how much longer Kofi can go. I mean, he's been around forever. So,
And he's definitely slowed down a lot with his
yeah.
style. Yeah, I just don't know. It's a weird time for the New Day to break up. I don't know really how much legs they'll have in it, either one of them after they break up. That's the thing. That's where I'm at with this. Is like, yeah, you can break them up, but what happens after they break up? Are they both gonna do anything, or is it just gonna be a breakup and neither one really
Yeah.
gain it?
I mean, Kofi's 43 and Xavier's 37. So,
Yeah,
like, I don't know how much longer each of them have. I mean, Xavier could get a pretty good run as a singles guy, but I don't know how far he could actually get on his own.
yeah.
So, I don't know. Other than that, Rhea, Ripley, and Liv and Dominic had their little segment. And then Damian Priest kind of came out behind and took out Dominic. Was announced that they're going to have a mixed tag at is it this week on Raw? I guess tonight. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
or at some point they're having a mixed tag team match. So that should be interesting. Other than that, any other thoughts on Raw before we move on? Not a lot else big stuff happened. I mean, Punk was there. Kind of hinted that he might do a strap match.
Yeah.
It was weird because I think everyone's expecting a Hell in a Cell between them.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you would think it would be a Hell in a Cell. I mean, why would it be a strap match?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they whipped each other with a belt earlier, but is that really the motivation for a strap match?
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then the other thing that happened is the damn Wyatt Six was back to doing video things again, Ryan.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over that. I don't want them to do that no more.
Yeah, no, they had the one. I mean, I get that you can't have them wrestle all the time.
Why not? It's wrestling.
Yeah, I guess they're special, I guess.
Well, yeah, but okay, it's wrestling. But here's the thing: a lot of the other Bray Wyatt stuff wasn't getting over after a while because he wasn't wrestling. You know, like
Very true.
especially when he came back. And so you don't want to do that again. And you just had them have that great match. Why would you not want to keep that momentum going and have one of them wrestle in a singles match or something? Like, why is Nikki Cross not doing anything?
Yeah, she's just kind of there.
I know what the hell.
That kind of sucks. But yeah. Other than that, some other stuff happened, but nothing of real note. They had a number one contenders tag team women's match, but got broken up. So I assume we're heading towards a triple threat or something. Um, between the Pure Fusion Collective. I got to admit,
That's a horrible name.
not the best name.
That
Not,
that that name sucks.
yeah, it's not great. All right.
What does it even mean?
I don't know. I guess because they're all fighters and they're like fusing their fighting styles together.
Sure, we'll go with that.
That's what I got from it. I mean, I just made that up off the top of my head, but you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to NXT. The big story out of NXT was a tag team championship match. Was the main event. Axiom and Nathan Frazier versus Andre Trace and Ridge Holland for the NXT championship. Yes, Ridge Holland wrestled in this match besides the other guy. So interesting. A
Yeah.
really, really good match here, though. I thought this match was great. Holland gets the win with the elevated DDT, and we have new tag team champions, Chase U.
What were you? What are your thoughts on that, Ryan? Like that was kind of out of nowhere, and it was kind of out of nowhere. And you got all these other teams. Like, if you were gonna have somebody beat them, why Chase?
Yeah, it was weird to have Chase U do it. It was weird to see Rich Holland in this match. Instead of
Two face, especially when it's two face teams like that.
yeah,
Like that was weird.
and you threw Ridge in instead of Duke. Maybe this is a way to get Duke Hudson out of this group, and he gets
Yeah,
a singles push.
but you're sacrificing your tag to do it.
Yeah, I mean it's not great, but I think that could be where we're heading here because Duke's gonna be I guess probably jealous that Ridge is getting all the shine now, and then I don't know, pretty good match. It's just weird now with this. So we also had an announcement from Ava during this show that Joe Henry, Wesley, and Pete Dunne will have a triple threat match. And the winner of that match will go on to face Ethan Page for the NXT Championship at No Mercy. Are they going to give Joe Henry a title match, Nathan?
Looking that way. Question is, if he gets that title match, what do they have him win it?
I doubt it. I don't see Ethan Page's reign ending that quick. But that would be insane. I mean, it's Joe Henry's really over.
Yeah.
And it would be a heck of a way to make a name and have him win the NXT title. So it very well could happen. This show was better, I think, wrestling wise, than the fucking Great American Bash. They had 3 title matches on this show.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing when I watched this. I felt like their Great American Bash night, whichever night it was just not up to par.
Yeah. We also had D'Angelo versus Charlie Dempsey for the Heritage Cup, which was won by Charlie Dempsey with help by Ren Sinclair. She tripped up Angelo, and then Dempsey hit the bridging suplex for the win. So Ren Sinclair helped Charlie Dempsey win back the Heritage Cup.
Yeah, not only were there title matches on the show, it was 2 title changes.
Yeah, the other title match was Obafemi defending the North American title against Otis, and Obafemi hit him with a sit-out powerbomb, which was pretty damn crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty obvious who was going to win this one,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, it showed off his strength. Uh, Question is what they do with Obafemi, Ryan. Are they gonna who beats him for one,
Hmm.
and two, does he move on to the heavyweight title already?
I would say eventually, but I don't. Yeah, as far as who beats him, fuck if I know. I mean, I don't know who on the roster right now could beat him realistically.
I guess the other really big angle we had on this show, Ryan, was oh, what's his name? Uh, from the Rascals.
Yeah,
Uh,
but Wesley.
Wesley, big angle, right? He attacked Joe Hendry of all people,
Yeah.
which I was not prepared for that.
Then Pete Dunne came out too. So that's what led to the tag team. That's what led to the triple threat match announcement later.
Yeah.
They're all three were at. Um, Interesting. And then also it was announced that there's going to be a No Mercy Gauntlet Eliminator match with the winner of that taking on Roxanne Perez for the title at No Mercy. And the names in that thing are not who I was expecting.
Yeah, there's not really any impressive names, to say the least. But they haven't announced them all, have they? They
Uh
only announced three of them.
yeah, I think they only announced.
So do we get a debut here, Ryan, or not?
Um it's possible. The thing is I heard that uh Bakura has not had her visa cleared yet.
Okay.
But I don't know about Julia. So I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe let me look it up because maybe everybody was announced. I'm thinking that they announced everybody, but maybe not. Let's see. I think they announced everybody, Nathan, but they still could change it. Um, but it didn't. Yeah, it wasn't a lot of. Yeah, eight.
Okay.
Yeah, we have six people announced, but I don't know if that's it.
Yeah, they said it was only six, so I guess that is everybody.
So it's uh Jada Parker, Carmen Petrovic, Rin Sinclair, Kendall Gray, Sol Ruka, and Adriana Rizzo.
Well, here's my thing.
So Sol Ruka's winning, right? Or her or Parker.
Well, so here's my thing. Okay, if it's those six, wouldn't JC Jane and Mickey James 2.0 uh
Yeah,
wouldn't they be pissed off?
I would be.
Well, I mean, they always talk about all the rookies anyway, and now this is all rookies.
Yeah, what about like I mean, I know Gigi Dolan, I guess, is injured, and so is Nikita Lyons, but like the rest of them, like it's like they're got a like Lash Legend,
No little advice from here.
no Lola Vice, Wendy Chu, like none of them are in it. So weird. It's weird having those six. It's a weird six, honestly, for the main roster, the heavy, the main women's championship. But
And they drew their names randomly, which is really.
yeah,
And Booker T was getting kind of like, what happened to earning a match?
that's true. Well, I mean, they're earning the match once they get into the match, but they just got randomly selected for the match. So that's what's weird. All right. Well, that was SmackDown or NXT. Let's move on to SmackDown. Not gonna lie, Nathan, the beginning of the show was pretty cool. The Nia Jax Championship celebration. I'm gonna admit, I really enjoyed this segment, especially with Pretty Deadly doing their song, and all this was just so ridiculous and over the top. I loved it. But then, Michin came in. So is Michin gonna be the next title contender? It was
I
looking
guess
that
so.
way.
Little vice for top.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
um, yeah, I think so. Yeah, this was a good segment. Nia Jax is looking like a really good queen of the ring.
Yeah, her whole gimmick right now is fantastic.
Um, Question is this going to be will this be a continuation thing or is this a one off with Pretty Deadly? Because that'd be a pretty cool group having Nia Jackson Pretty Deadly and
Yeah, I actually enjoyed them together. I hope they stick together. You know, you got Tiffany as her right hand woman, and then you got Pretty Deadly as like the jesters. I
yeah,
I enjoyed all this together, so I hope they stick around. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I hope they all stick together. So
right.
Carmelo Hayes and Andrade had a fantastic match on this show. Their feud is really great. They're just trying to outdo each like every match is good. And Hayes ended up getting the win. So I think they're one for I think they each have a victory now.
No, Andrade's 2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Okay. Blair Davenport beat Naomi, which was didn't expect that.
Yeah. Question before we move on there. You think this goes to best of 5 or best of 7?
I'm sure it's going to continue. Yeah, they're going to do something. They seem to these two have good matches, and that seems to be the whole like feud right now is who's better. So
Right.
I could see them doing a best of 5, ending it at a maybe at a pay-per-view or something.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool. Um, and then other than that, we had the number one contenders tag team match between DIY and the Street Profits.
Really good match.
Really good match. Did not expect the Street Profits to win. So DIY won the tag titles, lost them in 6 days or whatever, and then now they lose to the Street Profits. So was not expecting that.
I'm really hoping that they're not going to split them up already.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Are they going to split them up and have Champa turn on them again?
I know. I mean, we're already losing a lot of tag teams here.
Yeah.
I mean, a New Day, we already had, you know, we already had Gunther's guys, they split up. And now,
It looks like Waller and Theory are going to split up too.
yeah, so it's like, God, we can't. I'm telling you, man, what happened to Triple H? Because at first he was booking this tag division, like, yeah, we got all these teams. We got like 9 or 10 teams on each show, and they were doing stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
now it's like he's in his like a Vince McMahon funk where he's like, oh, but these guys could be better on their own, and we can split them all up, and we never had the tag titles on pay-per-view, and like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with the tag team division. Hopefully, maybe maybe if, Motor City Machine Guns come in and the Lucha Brothers come in, maybe that'll ignite life into this division.
Yeah,
But the main event here, the main segment was Solo calling out Roman. He says, if you want to call yourself the tribal chief, you want the Ula follow, get your ass out here and try to take it. So Solo gives it to Tonga. Roman gets the ring. They start going at it, and Reigns is taking him out. Tonga attacks him. Tonga is taken out by Reigns, and then uh, Reigns has everybody down, but then Jacob Fatu is back, and Fatu looks like a fucking monster, and he destroys Roman Reigns. They do the triple power bomb, and then they put the Olafala over Solo's head as the show comes off the air. So apparently, if he was really injured, Nathan, it didn't last long. I'm still saying that was a work.
he was in a boot though,
Yeah, but he looked good anyway. Uh, I mean, he did the hip attack, he did a super kick. Like he, I'm
and
telling.
they're defending the tag titles next year.
But is it him or is it Tonga and Tonga? Is he?
I mean, since Jacob Fatu did come out and do that, maybe he's good to go.
Yeah,
And if he is, they're not losing, right?
I wouldn't think so, but you never know. I guess. I mean, unless Roman comes out and costs him the match.
Here's another question. So here's another thing. So we had, we were talking about tag teams breaking up, right? The Street Profits were rumored to be broken up a long time ago.
Yeah,
If they lose to, if they lose, I mean, what happens? Because I mean, how many times are these teams going to get title shots, lose, and then we just go right back to the same thing over and over and over?
Yeah, I don't know. But
So
the only way I can see the bloodline lose it is if like I said, Roman or somebody comes out and costs them the match. And then
that'd
maybe
be that'd be a short reign for them, but I mean, I'm okay with it,
yeah.
especially if it's the Tongas,
Yeah.
you know. And I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that either. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, Tonga Loa is really bad. He he messes up every time he's in the ring. I don't know how he's a WWE superstar right now,
I don't know either, dude.
but it's insane. But so I could see the if it's those two, maybe. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this. I think this is gonna be a slow burn story. I don't think we're gonna have a conclusion to this probably till WrestleMania, which is kind of a bummer because we're only in August.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, they're probably gonna have some big match at Survivor Series, I would say, but yeah, it's not gonna end for a while, I say.
right.
I think it'll be like either I don't think Solo and Roman, but I think they could do Fatu and Roman at some point as like the final ball. Because Fatu's gonna surpass Solo as like the star of that group.
Yeah.
So yeah, other than that, just a little bit of news. Julia has officially wrapped up in Japan, so she is officially heading to the United States. Her final match was today, and
Mm-hmm.
so she is heading. So you never know, Nathan. I guess she could make it in time to be in that gauntlet match on Tuesday. Other than that, there's not a lot of other news. Pat McAfee, this is his last Raw, until probably Netflix. Because of the football season starting up, he is taking time away again. I think beginning next week is when they switch off the in September is when Joe Tessitore will come in, and then Michael Cole will go back to SmackDown. So we're gonna have a little announcer shift here for a little bit until January, and then Michael Cole and Pat McAfee will back on Raw. So interesting.
Yeah, that will be interesting. That'll be an interesting. Well, I mean, they're kind of throwing Joe Testaverde right to the fire here.
Had they explained who his partner is going to be? Is it? I'm assuming it's either going to be. I assume it's probably going to be Wade Barrett, unless
Yeah,
it's Corey Graves, maybe, because he's more of the veteran announcer, I guess, and he can help him, I guess.
it could be.
I don't know, but one of them's coming over from SmackDown, I would say, and then there'll be Cole and whoever else on SmackDown for a couple months, and then, like I said, when Netflix starts back, they're gonna have Cole back on Raw, and Pat McAfee will be back, and then Joe Tessitore will go to SmackDown. Just weird. I don't know why they're doing it that way, but why can't
That
you
is
just
very weird.
move him to SmackDown and have one of the other two come to Raw and keep Michael Cole on Raw?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
But I think that's all the news. I don't. There wasn't a lot WWE wise this week.
Yep. So which show you think was best, Ryan? I think SmackDown may have took it.
SmackDown was great. They had a great tag team match, a great match with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, and then obviously the main segment was
And the Nia Jax segment was
and
hilarious.
the opening segment and the last segment were phenomenal. Two great matches in between. Some other good stuff happened with some big nets and promos for guys, and yeah, I think SmackDown knocked it out of the park this week.
Which is good because we haven't said that in a while.
Yeah, SmackDown hasn't won in a while, so I'm glad to see SmackDown finally get the win. And we will match it up against whatever show we think is best from AEW tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, AEW has some stinkers. So
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of WWE Speak. Um, if you liked what you heard, hit the like button, subscribe to hear more, and hit the notification bell so you're notified when we upload another WWE Speak video.
and yeah, stay tuned for later on this week. We're gonna have more videos, like we said, every day, Monday through Friday. We will have a brand new video here on the channel. Tomorrow will be AEW, and then we'll have some more fun surprises in store for the rest of the week. Thank you so much, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye.